After I teach this course, I plan to go and live in that condition what I talk about as 4 millionth of a second. At that time, you don't speak. You don't speak at all. Why? Because speech is ignorance. Thinking is ignorance. And you can do all these things if you stay in the domain of no thought, no knowledge, but then wisdom will be there. So I talked about ignorance remaining in the eyeballs and in the frontal lobe. Where is the wisdom? And she talked about that I am going to teach you miracles. And then the moment you hear the word miracles, oh my God, this is some kind of metaphysical teaching that's not going to work. Still, I have to go and work very hard. Look at the ministry of Jesus. Jesus' ministry is just one thing. He didn't talk. Thus spake Jesus. This is what they say, the gospel writers. But he did not speak. He spoke very little. But what did he do? Miracles. Miracles. And when people asked, I want to see, I am blind, he made them to see. When they could not hear, he made them to hear. And when they have no fish, he gave them fish. When they have no wine, he gave them wine. And people asked him, Jesus, how you do it? I don't do anything. It is your faith that is doing. And then he said, if you have faith like a mountain, then you can, if you have faith like a mustard seed, you can move mountains. He never said, if you have faith like a pumpkin. He knew that it is impossible to have faith like a pumpkin. But at least like a mustard seed, then you can move mountains. All these things I'm going to unravel about faith. She also mentioned about that. I'm going to talk about faith. And faith is not in a God, faith in your own self, your own higher self. You have the faith. And if you don't have the faith, it cannot work. So that's why my definition of faith is not metaphysical, not religious, but something psychological. It means that positivity, utter positivity. If you have faith that you can make this $10,000, you will make it. If you have faith that you can lose your weight, you can. If you have faith that you can have a good relationship, that will work. When it will not work, it's very important to ask. It will not work. You have a disease, and your disease, the faith in the disease is more than faith in the healing, it will not work. Because you have faith in the disease, not in the healing. The same way you have faith in the poverty, then the prosperity. So you have to move the faith. The faith is in the wrong place. For all that what do you have to do? You have to understand how knowledge operates.